Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led by the NFL's MVP in 2018 and also MVP of Super Bowl 54 in his 5th season. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. This is Hines. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mahomes now on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run with Hines. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. On second down now, it's Hines. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Vernon Butler with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about down 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Pushes him over, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. And that's on the rookie first-round pick, Alex Leatherwood. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, Kaepernick. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And he's taken down inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Kaepernick. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Kaepernick now to throw. Flushed out right.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, He made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Kaepernick going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Colin Kaepernick. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Rashard Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive of 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Kaepernick now on first down, rolling to his left, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Kaepernick now on first down. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick on the move to his left. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using... Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. 2nd down and 8. Here's Kaepernick. This complete to Lockett. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. The give is to Elliott. Gets around him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
To throw, Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Kaepernick again. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. But these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again to Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Mahomes. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Mahomes will throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll power his his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they
day. From Seattle, Washington, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On first down, Kaepernick. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there. Second down and 3. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Another catch for Tate. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now Kaepernick steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Cards going nickel. An extra down. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 7th season in the league, former #1 overall pick, Jameis Winston. Jameis now on first down. Out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away to defend. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. B.J. Hill. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. He'll drop to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. First down, Winston.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From just shy of midfield, Winston. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Jameis to throw it. Rolling to his right. And Winston lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. It's caught. Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down. We have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Noah Gray
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A first down throw for Winston. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Cope. And Winston lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. On third down, Winston. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a fourth down.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on fourth down.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And And this will be taken at the 13. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get him the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On play action, it's Kaepernick rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick steps away. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Kaepernick now to throw. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So we are at halftime. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Now Jones. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Winston.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Lockett. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. And they must have seen something. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Kaepernick now on first down. Being chased out left. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Open man, Gronkowski complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Kaepernick now on first down. This is caught by Tate. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Auden Tate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Winston's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, he'll buy some time right. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
And he'll find Pittman.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, it's Elliott, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made by Foley Fadukasi, the former UConn Husky. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Here's Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. That'll do it for us.